This is 2301-601 SP. This is FCF Solo 401K Trust versus David Talicia. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Scott Ausilio appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Would you state your name for me, please, sir?
David Talisi.
Talisi, thank you. Today is the day and time set for hearing in this matter. Are the parties ready to proceed?
Judge, I had a conversation with Mr. Talisi, and we've achieved a consent judgment.
The terms of that consent judgment, please.
Right now, the amount that's due is $2,165.13. There's costs in the amount of $172.33 for a total of $2,337.46.
So there's been payment since the case was filed?
Yes, Mr. Talisi has been doing really nicely to try and get back to a current status.
Thank you. Mr. Talisi, were you able to hear the attorney just now?
Yes.
And sir, it's your understanding and agreement that a consent judgment will enter that shows that there is $2,165.13 due and owing, that there's cost of $172.33 for a total of $2,337.46.
Yeah, correct.
And where are we? That he will pay, that Mr. Talisi will pay this amount. Are we still on the 90 days? Where are we in the land contract? I'm sorry.
It's 90 days.
90 days, okay.
Yeah.
And Mr. Talisi, you understand that if the court enters the judgment this morning, that will be the final resolution of this matter?
Yes.
And you understand the rights you're waiving by entering a consent judgment this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions at all?
Nope.
Because you appear on Zoom, there's not a signed consent judgment to present this morning. Were you going to circulate the consent judgment, or do you have authority for Mr. Talisi to sign his name to the consent?
I sent Mr. Talisi a copy by email. David, do I have your consent to sign your name to that so I can get it submitted to the court?
Yes.
Thank you. He will submit that electronically. I'll sign it and you'll get a copy in a few days. If anything else comes up, please reach out to the court. Was there anything else in this matter on behalf of the plaintiffs?
No, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Talisi?
No. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you both for logging on early and getting this matter resolved. Good luck to you, Mr. Talisi.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Have a good day,
David.
sir.
You too.
David, good luck to you.
You too, buddy.
All right,
Have a
take care.
good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Good morning, Mr. Visconti and Mr. George.
Good morning.
Do you need to
Good
speak
morning.
to each other this morning?
Yes, please.
Let's get you into a breakout room.
Thank you.
This is 2301276LT Home Partners versus Gambles. May I have your appearances, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Robert Visconti, P61756 for the plaintiff.
Good morning, George of Lakeshore Legal Aid on behalf of Ms. Gambles.
Thank you. Today was the day and time set for hearing in this matter. You've had the opportunity to speak. How are we proceeding this morning, Mr. Visconti?
Your Honor, I've been advised by counsel that his client is having a medical procedure today and is not available to participate in the hearing. As such, I would not object to a brief adjournment of a week or two to allow her to recover and for us to come back.
How long is brief?
I would say up to 2 weeks. Counsel, is that sufficient?
Yeah, anytime in the next 2 weeks should be okay.
Anytime after the next 2 weeks?
I'm sorry, a 1 week adjournment or a 2 week adjournment, either one would be fine depending on what the court has available.
And I could agree to either, Your Honor.
We think we have another straggler docket next Wednesday, the 15th. Let me see. If you're available, and Mr. George, you believe that'll give your client sufficient time, we can be back next Wednesday at at 11?
That would be fine with me, Your Honor.
That's a good time for me as well.
Next Wednesday, November 15th at 11 a.m. Mr. George, if you relay this information to your client and that is not going to allow sufficient time, please either reach back out to Sandy in the Civil Department or Mary Ann, my secretary, and we'll make an adjustment to the new hearing date, okay?
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the plaintiff?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Anything else, Mr. George?
Nothing at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Visconti.